Hi, welcome to the City of Daly City Recreation Commission meeting today, Tuesday, June 25. And for those wishing to address the Recreation Commission on any item on the agenda or under public appearances, please complete a speaker card located at the entrance to the City Council chambers and submit to a staff member. Persons with disabilities who require auxiliary aids or services in attending or participating in this meeting should call the Department of Library and Recreation Services as soon as possible prior to the meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order. And we'll begin with a pledge to the flag. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So first item on the agenda, our roll call.
It is roll call. Commissioner Nate Ortiz is absent. Commissioner Luis Landos absent. Commissioner Nadia Flamenco.
Here.
Commissioner Jack Pastor.
Here.
Chair Christina Luna.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Great. And I'd like to move on to approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll like to enter a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
Do I have a second?
And second.
Motion approved. And next up, approval of last month's minutes. Can I get a motion to approve last month's minutes?
Motion to approve the last minutes from May 26, 2019.
And a second?
I'll second that.
Great, motion approved.
Okay.
And there is a director's report today.
Good evening, Chair Luna and members of the commission. It's a very special evening tonight. We have the most people we've had in an audience probably in a couple of years. So it's my pleasure to welcome to you some of the youth of our community and some staff members. I think I'll start by introducing Edgardo Bolaños, who will tell us a little bit about this evening's presentation about the Daly City Youth Commission. Edgardo Bolaños.
Hello, Commission. Thank you for having us today. So it is my pleasure to tonight introduce to you some of the members of our new Daly City Youth Commission. So they're going to actually speak to you and to the city to let you know what they have coming up in this coming school year. Just a little background about this. So the purpose of the Daly City Youth Commission is to actually give the youth of Daly City, so teens, a voice. We currently have teen programming. We call it DC Teens. You'll see it on social media, and we have programming throughout the year. In the summer, it's the biggest time. I was here a couple months ago to talk about the Volunteer Leadership Program. This takes it a step further because anything and everything that comes from the Daly City Youth Commission will be coming from the teens themselves. So ideas, what they think is important, it'll all be coming from them. I'll be there to support them and Daly City teens, then the staff that are here will be supporting them. But just want you to let you know that this is going to be the youth speaking. So without further ado, we have two of the first round of commissioners here, Kaylin Gapus and Patricia Simong, and they'll be taking over. So.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Patricia Simong, and I'm a student at Westmore High School. I am currently going into my senior year. And hello, my name is Kaylin Goplas. I am a senior at Jefferson High School.
Yes.
Welcome.
So we are two out of three members of the first three members of the Daly City Youth Commission. The clicker. Oh, the clicker's over there. Sorry. So the mission statement of the Daly City Youth Commission is, of course, to provide youth feedback and represent the youth voice to promote a healthier community. Our goals are to provide opportunities and resources to teen residents in Daly City. Of course, we want to promote education, mental health, and political and global awareness because we want students and teens to know about their community and also about the world that we live in. And we also want to prepare them for the future through community outreach, such as volunteering and events and more.
So our objectives as of now is through our goals. A little bit more detail in them is to provide academic support groups and educate more on both mental and sexual health. And by giving them opportunities through beach cleanups, beautification, and gardens, we let them have a say in what goes on in the community, and they'll get to see the visible difference that they make.
A lot of teens said that they wanted to do something to deal with the environment, many issues, of course, and so we listed that as our main example. We also, through community involvement, want to involve them in socials, trainings and workshops, like to teach them maybe leadership skills. And a big part of this is we want to collaborate with teens from all over Daly City, so that we mean outreach to ASBs, student governments, youth clubs, and other youth groups, which includes, of course, Daly City Teens and the Volunteer Leadership Program.
And one of the ways that we will determine what events to do is by asking the teens what they'd like to see.
So currently, we are serving all high school teenagers in Daly City. Our goal is that one day we will be able to expand that goal to younger teenagers, including middle schoolers. But for now, we're serving high schoolers because we are high schoolers. We know best how to serve them and how to work with them. We are looking for 4 more members, hopefully from other schools, because there's more than just Jefferson and Westmore in Daly City, and we want to hear from everyone. Our preliminary applications have already been released. They are due July 1st, and that's the link to them. We are going to review their applications and then hold interviews for a few of them. DCYC is currently working mainly with DC Teens and VLP, but we are offering the applications out to all teenagers, but that's our immediate peers, so that works best. We are also developing and expanding our social media platforms so that we could really communicate with people and get ourselves out there.
So a couple Saturdays ago, we were at the Volunteer Leadership Program, and during this program, or this orientation, we asked the teens what they'd like to see in the community and what they loved about Daly City, and we told them that all those things that they wanted to see could actually happen if they were to become involved in DCYC, whether that be as a representative or a committee member, or just like a teen in the community. Anything that they wanted to see could actually happen. And yesterday at the orientation number 3, we led some activities to get teens more engaged amongst one another, and so that they could learn each other's names and get to know each other as people. And we heard that through these activities, they became more excited to come back to the summer days.
Yeah. So, just a little background too. Patricia and I are actually former volunteers. We are now staff members as of this summer, and so to do this and also to start with them is a very big thing for us. Yeah. So this is our social media. Right as of right now, we have 87 followers. We just started last Saturday when we first presented ourselves to the commission, not to the commission, but to the volunteers, to the public. It is our primary means of outreach as of right now, and it will feature the commission's work and give local youth a voice. What we would also like to do is feature teens from all over Daly City with special spotlight posts, like if there is something special about the teen or unique that we want to celebrate and empower them through, we would like to do that. We're going to try to communicate with local schools and see if they have any recommendations on students to feature. And we also want to run our account using a bit of an interactive and supportive approach. Because we are teens, we're doing things that teens would do. We put up questions on our Instagram story so that students can answer, and they'll reply back. They'll send us photos that show what they responded with. Lately, we asked them the question, "What do you like about Daly City?" And we got a pretty good amount of responses. We also are trying to do little vlog posts, or when they comment, we'll comment back to them. If they want to talk to us about anything, we'll try to get back as soon as possible and be helpful.
Nice.
And so the benefits of joining is Because this is similar to a student government, but in a wider range, we'd like to give people a bigger say on what goes on, and they'll get to help out with planning actual events, and they'll get to shape what happens in the community. They'll get to know more about how the city is run and the people, so they'll know the people that they're serving.
And that they're working with.
Yes. And they'll also get ready for college and any career that they'd like to pursue, because of what they learn in this commission, they could apply to anything. So yeah.
And this looks good on their college resume, so we've been told.
Okay. And that is all we have right now. Do you have any questions or clarifications that you'd like us to make?
Yeah, this is great. Just a question. So you're looking for new members or is it on the commission?
On the commission, yes.
What are the qualifications for that?
The only qualifications is that the teenager be living in Daly City and also be attending a high school. They could also be homeschooled. We just want high school level members.
Okay, awesome.
And through the chair, again, thank you for stepping up and creating this program for you guys. It's long overdue, and I'd like to ask you, when are your meetings for your, when you do have your periodic meetings, when and where are they held?
We will be holding them actually at different locations. What we want to do is so far we have been meeting at the office at Westlake Park.
Yeah.
But also, once we have more members, we would like to have meetings in different locations of the city. Maybe some of the students could host a meeting at their school so you could see what they come from, and then vice versa. We do meet about, most likely, at the very minimum, we're going to meet once or twice a month, and then hold more meetings if events are coming up as needed, and then also informal meetings because we want to get to know each other and also be friends outside the commission.
Great.
Well, I want to congratulate you first because you got the initiative of being a leader in your community, in the high schools. And also we're here to support you guys in anything you need. And as well as you were saying, what's the only platform you're using right now is Instagram.
Yes.
Are you opening Facebook as well? Because what I will recommend you is old people, we're in Facebook. If you pass 30-something, we're in Facebook. So a lot of people from the government, we are in Facebook more than on Instagram. And that's one thing that you should know for everybody to be connected.
Definitely
Desire to communicate with old people.
We're definitely working on Instagram. We just kind of need to figure that out a bit. I haven't been on Instagram in a while. I kind of only look there for photos.
And then the other thing is that, as a suggestion, I don't know what way you're trying to bring members from different high school. Do you have more information, like what is the way you're approaching to different high school for them to know about Daly City program?
So far, we presented to the volunteers, and it's mostly been through the promotion of social media and word of mouth.
It makes it a little bit, I wouldn't say too difficult, but a little bit weird because it is summer right now. So
Yeah.
we would try to, if it was the beginning of the school year, we would try to email maybe. We could actually still do that.
Agardo is planning on emailing parents.
Okay, or maybe it's the possibility of flyers and including in some, like right now it's running the program for meals, and big lift. Well, I don't know, high school is different level, but maybe flyers, and then we can spread the word for more members for you guys to have. Good job.
Yeah, this is exciting. I wish there was something like this when I was a youth here in Daly City. So I think the closest thing that I had was the programs in high school. So I could see how this is going to benefit bringing a lot of people from different high schools together. So super exciting. Congratulations. And we're here to support you.
And I would like to hear what are the answers when they were saying that you mentioned something that everything is possible. So what were the answers of teenagers telling you guys what they want to see in Daly City?
We have a list.
Oh, yeah, show us, please. Yeah, that's fine. We have time. We have time.
Okay. So for our events, the first one was dancers. So this would be for like everyone
high
in Daly
schools?
City.
Oh, for everybody.
Well, every teen in Daly City.
Yeah.
These events are these events are mainly to be held in conjunction with DC Teens and the VP program, but it will not be our primarily main focus. But it is the one that of course they thought immediately of. We're like, yeah, let's have more dances.
And the second one is open mics. The third one is advocacy for like anything that they feel passionate about. And 4 is diversity events.
And the next 2 categories, which is what we would mainly focus on as the commission, is on our own is workshops and volunteering. So for workshops, we definitely want them to know more about mental health and mindfulness, because it could be a little stressful being a teenager now, and it's not always easy. There's also service leadership, counseling. We want them to give them a safe space to voice their concerns or learn how to deal with issues. Training for peer support. Food. I know some students wanted food handling certifications so they could.
They can make food.
Yeah, they can make food better. Although they were also talked a bit about dealing with drug use, because that has been a bit of a well, not a bit, but a problem with our generation. Also, and training for jobs in higher education and voting.
Okay.
So for our volunteering events, we mentioned some of these earlier, and there are beach cleanups, food banks, clothing drives, and animal adoptions. And we also have cooking workshops and possibly leadership conferences too. We may not be able to get to all of these this year, but since we plan on being a sustainable program, hopefully in future years they'll be able to get to some of these events.
Through the chair, I like your vision of, first establishing your organization at this point, but then working on welcoming the folks in the middle school, kind of like use that as a kind of like an entree to help them understand what your program is all about, and to kind of like school them into coming into the program when they become high schoolers. So that's a great idea to help mentor them. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, folks.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Great job.
Have a nice
job.
evening.
You too.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Just in closing, through the chair, we've had Daly City teen programs forever and ever, even when Denise Brown was a teen, and we used to have neutral territory, the teen center. So this is a component of an existing Daly City teens program. So if you view the Daly City Teens program as the umbrella with 150 kids or so actively involved in that, this is a subset of that, of the true leaders of that group. And one thing that we do know, working with teens for a long time, they don't stay teens that long. So you point to keeping folks engaged and sort of tiering it so that the younger middle school kids get introduced to it too, because they're going to
seniors.
graduate
Yeah.
at some point, and it's nice to have people to fill in behind them. And so the goal would be to have not just incoming high school seniors on the commission, but also have representation from the junior class, sophomore class, and possibly freshmen, with the idea of, as it grows and develops, to have middle school representation too, so that there's sort of a feeder group that will work through the ranks into the leadership roles that these fine young women have today.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is Commissioner's Report. Does anyone have a report to share?
Not from this chair, but again, we're into summer, and for those that are going through the summer programs, you've seen the list in terms of I Play Daly City and what have you, so sign up. There's programs there for you.
Yes.
Yeah, the same program, the meals program you're
Yes.
talking? Yeah. Also, any help, you can go to the community center for any assistance as well.
Okay, and next up, announcements and communications.
We have lots of announcements and communications for you, so don't get up just yet. as Commissioner Pastor mentioned, yes, summer is in full swing with us. This begins our third week of offering summer camps. Mostly familiar with the Summer Youth Recreation Program, but we also have enrichment camps, volleyball camp, theatrical camp, and some others come in, a basketball. But we also, I know Commissioner Pastor is a fan of our Junior Giants program. That kicked off last week on Wednesday. So you go to Gellert Park or Westlake Park to see the little people playing baseball through the Junior Giants program, through the Giants Community Fund. And the good news is we've got a lot more girls participating this year than in past years, so that's a good thing. With that, I think I will turn it over to Denise Brown to share all the other exciting events coming up for the summer. Denise Brown, take it away.
Thank you so much, Joseph. So the Independence Day celebration put on by the supporters of Dolger Senior Center, Inc., and in cooperation with the Dolger Senior Center, happens on Wednesday, July 3rd at the Dolger Senior Center. At 11 a.m., the Welcome and Color Guard kicks off. There's barbecue hot dog or burger plate for $9, barbecue chicken plate for $15. There's a bake sale, there's a no-host bar, and there's vendors around. And it's a fun celebration. There's different programs, and I do believe that Elvis will be in the building. So, if you have nothing going on July 3rd, you better make sure you're at Dolger Senior Center. The next area is through the Summer Youth Recreation Program. They have quite a few summer events coming up. The first one is their Family Feast, Dinner and a Movie on Friday, July 12th at 7 p.m. at the Pacelli Event Center. It's $20 a person, and there's a fun family feast fit for royalty. Enjoy a dinner and a movie. Includes your main course, salad, beverage, and a dessert. Then, of course, the following Friday, they have the talent show, which if you just saw our wonderful youth commissioners up here, they participate in the talent show with the kids, and there's some great talent going on. So on July 19th at 6:30 at the Pacelli Event Center, there is the talent show, $5 for pre-sale online or $10 at the door. The SYRP participants shine as they perform their talents on stage in front of family and friends, and there are family acts also invited to participate. Then the following Friday, if you have not had enough Friday fun, there is a gym sleepover at the Pacelli Event Center. As you can tell, Pacelli Event Center gets a lot of use through the summer with the Summer Youth Recreation Program. It's $30 a person. A fun-filled night with activities like glow-in-the-dark dodgeball. That kind of scares me a little bit. Light up fun and a glow party. And it includes supervision, dinner, snacks, and a breakfast. And that's basically where all the Summer Youth Recreation Program kids can come together at a nominal cost and just spend the night in the beautiful Pacelli Event Center. What more can you ask for? To end the summer with a bang, except we have 2 more weeks or a week and a half following after that, is the Summer Carnival on Wednesday, July 31st at 1 p.m., also at the Pacelli Event Center. And I will tell you, if you've never been to the carnival before, it is an amazing experience. There is so much going on in the gymnasium. There's games, there's jump houses, there's, guys, prizes. Kids can win tons of things. We could probably beat the San Mateo County Fair in the prizes that we offer for these kids. It's a great thing. So each Summer Youth Recreation Program participant gets 15 tickets, lunch, a jump house voucher, and a snack voucher. And then any additional tickets they want to purchase on that day of are for sale. And the event is open to the public, so if anybody wanted to come by, purchase some tickets, they can participate. It's a great time. Loud music, fun. Then, if you haven't had enough, you can go up to the pool on Saturday, August 3rd for their summer luau. It's from 12:30 to 2:30. Giamona Pool, 131 Westmore Avenue. It's $8 a person. And then to end the summer and kick off our fall, winter programming, we have the Fun Health and Safety Fair on August 17th, which is a Saturday, from 10 to 2 at Ceremony Center. It's a free event, and we're basically publicizing all of our programs to kick off the school year. So, that is it. Thanks, Joseph.
Welcome, Denise. Anytime.
Thank you. Lots of events to attend to, and I'm definitely going to check out a few
Right,
this
it's a full
summer.
calendar.
At this time, is there any public comments from the public today? Okay, and any other items to add before we adjourn?
I'm just pleased to know that the Daly City Youth Commission is kind of like springboarding from the other daily teen programs that have come before you, and you're taking it a step further. And if and when your numbers grow or you need more space, I'm sure that this will be available to you as well. So if you need more space, check with Daly City to use the chamber office as well. So it's there for you. Thank you.
If I can,
Yes?
I would like to recognize 3 other part-time employees that are sitting out in the audience right now: Alex Cansonet, Matt Joe, and Chris Joe. And they're responsible for putting the volunteer leadership program together. They're a part of 3 of 5 or 6 part-timers that oversee the volunteers. And Chris and Matt Joe also are our social media outlet kind of crew. So if you ever see something posting on Facebook or Instagram or something, it's normally these 2 working their magic.
Nice.
So, thank you all.
Great job.
Talents.
I'll be reposting very soon.
Great.
If there's,
Oh, I just want to ask something, because the 2 weeks ago, it was really hot. Do we have any?
Was.
It was really hot. And do we have any pool schedule for during those days, or just to remind people if we have any?
So I believe we had Aqua Camp that day. It was
Aqua Camp.
90-something
Yeah.
degrees here.
Because, for example, San Francisco had the day that it was really hot. It was the pools where.
Well, we had activities in the pool
Oh,
already
okay, okay,
scheduled.
okay.
We don't often have those days, and it's interesting that you brought that
Yeah.
up, because a week ago, in this very room, we talked about a policy for our libraries, because those of you who live in Daly City know most of our buildings are not air-conditioned.
Yes.
And I think it got somewhere in the mid-90s here, some of our buildings were equally hot, including Bayshore Library. And we don't, because it's such a rare occurrence, one, we don't have established cooling centers like some cities do, but the other, we don't have guidelines for when it's time to close a facility because it's just too hot,
Too
as they
hot,
say.
yeah.
So that's something that the Library Commission, or Library Board of Trustees, will be grappling with at their next meeting in July. We haven't really talked about the concept of cooling centers, and I don't know, probably something like the Ceremony Mall, an enclosed space that has air conditioning, would probably be sort of a default center for Daly City, but that's a good point. And
Yeah, because,
certainly-
for example, San Francisco, the pools that were covered, they did say that the pools were going to be free. So people went crazy, and it was full.
We had programs already.
Yeah,
and
I know
don't-
that they are
There's no pool
scheduled.
staff in the room, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been in Giammona Pool. It is not the coolest place in Daly City.
No, I know.
It tends to be pretty steamy and
But maybe
warm
we
in
can
there.
figure out
I mean, it's nice
an
to cool off in the
idea
pool, but-
to, I don't know, like you were saying, maybe the mall or something when it's really hot, or I don't know.
We had to actually shut down the War Memorial Gym because it
Because it
was
was
about
hot.
93 degrees in the gym.
Yeah.
So, not a good cooling place.
Maybe this is an idea of thinking outside the box, but when and if we ever come to those days again, having maybe a plan B on this is maybe to open up the parks and turn on the sprinklers.
As long as the sprinklers aren't using recycled water.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so
Yes.
That, so
Or
maybe,
misting stations. Yeah,
possibly.
yeah. Okay,
It
great.
was such an unusual occurrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know that, I've been here 23 years, I don't remember a spell where it got that warm
Like, for example, I was that day in Oakland, and they shut down the government office because it was really hot, and they say people have to
And
leave,
the fact
you
is,
know?
most homes in Daly City do not have air conditioning, but
Yeah.
nor do most of our public buildings, because there's so few days out of the year that you need it. I mean, generally, the air conditioning is open the window and feel the cool air blow in. But yeah, especially a week ago, Monday, it was brutal. Tuesday was pretty warm too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon? Oh, this is one of the cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a secret cooling place too, where all the city servers are. That's one of the few air conditioned places in Daly City that's kept at like 55 degrees, but not too many public buildings are air conditioned.
Wow.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us, and for those tuning in on the web or on TV. If there are no other reports or comments, this meeting is now adjourned until our next meeting, July 23rd, Tuesday at 7 p.m. This meeting is adjourned. Oh, or
I'd like to enter a motion
need-
to adjourn this evening's meeting.
do I get a second? This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.